At the weekend, the new women's Scottish football season kicked off in earnest. The away end travelled down to Halford, taking the match of the day. At Blair Park was commentator Matthew Howard.
Welcome to the away end's exclusive coverage of women's football, starting off with the first round tie in the Scottish Women's Premier League Cup between FC Kilmarnock and Glasgow City here at Blair Park. Glasgow City get the game underway. McDonald finds Vernon in the right back position. Vernon looks long and the ball eventually cut out. Kilmarnock now look to push forward. Long ball. That too is cut out and Leanne Ross gets the ball on the left wing. Cuts inside. Webb gets a foot to it. Sloan looks to clear but it only finds Vernon. Vernon now to Melrose. Melrose back to Vernon. Her cross is cut and eventually cleared away by Murray for a throw in to Glasgow City. Jane Ross. Ross to Melrose. And at the back, Grant comes out and saves. Then Webb gets to the ball and clears it for a corner to Glasgow City. Grant managed to get her body in the way and Webb was able to clear. Long ball from Grant. Corsie looks to get under it. Corsie misses it. In comes Monroe. Monroe tries to get it and Alexander clears it away. Corsie goes before Cotton and eventually gets it out for a throw in to Kilmarnock. Monroe unlucky there not to put Kilmarnock in the lead as Alexander spread herself well to get the ball away from danger. Sloan finds it to Webb. Webb now to Black. Black finds Hunter. Back to Black on the left wing. Beats one. Going down the left hand side. And before she can beat a second, the ball goes out for a throw in to Kilmarnock. The throw in comes in. Crossover to Monroe. Monroe finds Cotton. Cotton and Alexander does well to save there to prevent Glasgow City from going a goal down. And Leanne Ross gets the ball and plays it off Monroe for a throw in. And comes in. The ball played back to Corsie. Corsie now plays it back to DL. DL takes it on the right. Looking up, she's looking for runners and plays it on. Ball eventually works its way. It finds Jane Ross. Jane Ross comes in. Her shot's deflected. Comes out to Barnes. Barnes now to Love. Love takes a touch and a poor shot wide of goal. Corner in from the right hand side. Makes it way. Murray tries to clear. He finds Leanne Ross. Leanne Ross to Corsie and Corsie's shot goes well over the bar. Corsie was all alone at the back post and couldn't make anything of the effort as it goes out for a goal kick. Jane Ross gets the ball back from the corner. Cuts inside. Looks out to the back. Floaty ball finds its way out. Goes out to Vernon. Cross in from the right. DL all alone. And she puts the ball well over the bar. In there at the near post. The cross came in and she skied over the bar. And come on with the ball now. Playing it long. Corsie gets under it. And the ball makes its way into the Kilmarnock half. Murray plays it long. Corsie gets her head to it. Barnes gets onto the ball. It's Corsie. Corsie to Love. Love looks up and Monroe gets a foot in. Monroe finds Sloan. And the ball eventually makes its way to DL. DL back and Monroe gets in there. She finds Cotton. Cotton crosses from the right. DL clears. And the ball now with Jane Ross. Jane Ross on the left hand side. She works her way forward, cutting inside, looks up in search and finds, and Grant comes out, clears long, Barnes heads it on, and Ross finds Bullock. Bullock now to Fernan. Fernan on the right wing. She finds Leanne Ross. Her shot's charged down, and Melrose comes in to score the easiest of tap-ins to open the scoring for Glasgow City. The cross from Fernan found Leanne Ross. Her shot was palmed down by Grant, but only into the path of Melrose, who opened the scoring for Glasgow City. And now McDonald on the ball. She finds Love. It's cut out and Corsie gets possession back. Corsie now to McDonald. McDonald wide to Fernan. Fernan comes down the right wing, passes it to Leanne Ross, back to Fernan. She crosses for Bullock and it's saved by Grant, and that'll trickle out for a corner to Glasgow City. Glasgow City maintaining the pressure on Kilmarnock so far. The ball on the right wing with Jane Ross. Jane Ross looks to cross it. She finds Love. Love steadies herself. Number 2 for Glasgow City. A simple strike by Joe Love from the cross by Jane Ross. Now Fernan. Fernan to Melrose. Fernan to Leanne Ross, back to Fernan, crosses, looking for Love, her shot's charged down, and again and the ball breaks and it goes out for a goal kick to Kilmarnock. Kilmarnock with the throw in on the left, in the left back position. Throw in's taken. Melrose gets a hold of the ball. Melrose finds Jane Ross. And the ball's cleared long. Corsie. Back to her goalkeeper Alexander. Alexander plays it back to her captain, but Cotton gets the ball. Barnes eventually gets in the way. Corsie now. Back to Barnes. Barnes looks up. She finds Love. Love plays it back to DL on the right hand side. DL looks long again and finds no one, but the ball breaks for Glasgow City. It comes out now to the right hand side. Leanne Ross crosses it. Love 3-0. An easy put away by Love from an excellent cross by Leanne Ross to add to Glasgow City's lead and make it Kilmarnock 0, Glasgow City 3. She was all alone in the middle of the penalty area and slotted the ball by Grant for 3-0. Monroe. Fernan gets in the way. Finds Love. Love now looking for the run of Leanne Ross. She's down the right wing. She crosses for Jane Ross. 4-0 as Jane Ross puts away the cross from Leanne Ross to add to Glasgow City's lead. Monroe gets away. She looks to take on DL. Cuts inside. Cuts in another time. Tries to play the ball wide. Glasgow City have got players there, and eventually Fernan clears. Fernan to Melrose. Melrose holds off the defender. Plays it back to Fernan. Fernan now to McDonald. McDonald back to Fernan again. She looks up. Plays a short ball to Bullock. Bullock now looks on the right wing for Melrose. Melrose now finds Love. Love on the left hand side of the penalty area. Crosses, comes out, comes back to Love. She finds Bullock. Bullock's shot is charged down, and the second attempt is charged down as well and goes out for a corner. Melrose with the throw in. finds Barnes. Barnes cuts inside and makes it number 5 with a simple tap in from the left hand side. The 1-2 between Bullock and Leanne Ross worked to perfection, and it found Barnes inside her marker, and she slotted the ball home for 5-0. Murray gets the ball, looks on, finds Cotton inside to Sloan to Patterson, and it's cut out by Melrose. Leanne Ross now. Leanne Ross to Jane Ross. Jane Ross crosses in Melrose. Simple header, number 6. The cross in from Jane Ross found Melrose inside the box to claim number 6 for Glasgow City. Grant kicks it long. Gail gets a foot to it. She gets it again. Plays it to Corsie. Corsie back to DL. And there goes the half-time whistle as the Premier League champions Glasgow City go into the break with a commanding 6-goal lead, with Julie Melrose and Jo Love claiming doubles, while Jane Ross and Cara Barnes both got on the score sheet. Kilmarnock make a change at the half-time break, with goalkeeper Lauren Grant going off and being replaced by Joanne Casey. Vernon now on the ball for Glasgow City. Back to DL. DL back to Alexander. Alexander looks up now and finds Corsie. Corsie, simple ball to McDonald. McDonald looks up, plays it to Bullock. Bullock now plays it to DL on the right. She cuts it back in. McDonald looks to go in, and the ball breaks out to Bullock. Bullock now looking for Melrose, where the sub-goalkeeper from Kilmarnock comes out, and Casey claims the ball at the second attempt. Vernon finds Jane Ross. Jane Ross looks up, plays it to Love. Love now back to Bullock. Bullock plays it into the penalty area, but it's cut out. But Melrose gets there and gives it to Jane Ross. Jane Ross on the left-hand side. Goal! A superb goal by Jane Ross from the left-hand side. She got the ball from Melrose. She's seen the keeper off a line and chipped it over the substitute goalkeeper to give Glasgow City a 7-goal lead. Leanne Ross. Leanne Ross wide to Love. Love chips the keeper but puts it wide and over the bar. But now to DL. DL crosses, trying to find somebody at the back post, but Cotton puts the ball out for a throw in to Glasgow City. Throw in on the left wing. Comes in now, trying to get away is Kilmarnock, but it breaks out to Jane Ross and number 8. Superb strike, cutting inside from the left wing. Jane Ross gets yet another goal to make it 8-0. Now the ball played long. Corsie gets under it. Turns her opposition player Monroe, but Monroe gets the ball back, plays it to McManus. McManus now to Cotton. Cotton on the right wing, looks to take on the Glasgow City captain, Corsie. Corsie gets in there and claims the ball and plays it out to Bullock. Bullock loses possession to Patterson. Patterson plays it back out to Cotton. Cotton now looking to go down the right again. Gets by her player. Crosses it in for McManus. McManus turns and shot that is easily saved by Alexander in the Glasgow City goal, and she looks to restart play as Glasgow City look to go forward in search of another goal. The ball comes out on this left hand side. Leanne Ross looking up now. She's got an overlapping player, but she decides to strike the ball and it goes just wide of goal. Ball cleared by Kilmarnock. McDonald falls it eventually finds its way to Corsi. Corsi looks up now, sees the keeper off a line and hits the Kilmarnock bar. The Glasgow City captain looked to get on the score sheet there with an audacious attempt from some 25 yards. Seen the keeper off a line, but unfortunately it hit the bar and went out of play. Corner in. Comes out to Leanne Ross, and a good save there by Casey to save Kilmarnock from going further behind as Leanne Ross looked to put the ball in the top corner. Another corner now. Finds McSorley, and that's number 9. A great header from the corner from the left wing. She got in between her markers. Found the goal from 6 yards out. That makes it Kilmarnock 0, Glasgow City 9. McDonald gets on the ball. Finds Jane Ross. Jane Ross puts it wide to Leanne Ross. Number 10. The simplest of tap-ins for Leanne Ross as she was put in by Jane Ross to make it Kilmarnock 0, Glasgow City 10. Easy goal at the back for Leanne Ross. And that's the full-time whistle as Glasgow City secure the path into the next round with a comfortable 10-goal victory over Kilmarnock. They will now face Aberdeen in the quarter-finals of the Cup next month.
Thoughts on the game?
I think I always want to be getting through to the next round of the Heart. That's first and foremost our first priority, so pleased with that. And considering the pitch, I thought it was a really boggy pitch, made it hard going for us, but we got through it. So.
You had a couple of players struggling with a bug during the week, is that?
No, they weren't here today, so we lost 4 players. Obviously with apparently either viral or food poisoning, we don't know yet, but so coupled with the other 4 injuries, we were like 8 down today, so it wasn't ideal.
You made a couple of tactical changes in the start of the second half. Are you unhappy how it was going? Or?
Actually, I just felt we had to try and get the ball into more dangerous areas quicker. I felt we were maybe labouring waiting causing ourselves a wee bit of problems, so that kind of helped us a wee bit.
He said that the Arsenal game you felt you were a little bit behind schedule as far as fitness. How do you feel first day of the season?
It's difficult to gauge because we're just the girls. 9 of the girls have just came back from Cyprus, so so late in the week. So we'll get a better gauge of that over the next couple of weeks.
Is the treble, is it too ambitious or?
No, I mean, to be honest, we wouldn't even speak about anything like that just now. We just speak about the fact of getting the next round of the Heart and then taking the next league game. So you start setting targets at that, then you'll come a cropper.
Any injury problems? I see Amy was getting treatment.
Amy Bullock had to get she had a slight groin strain, and we obviously took her off as a precaution for that. And she should have been a wee bit more clever and actually asked off before we noticed it. So we're a wee bit disappointed we are in that.